Hey there. So, you're gearing up for your final year project, huh? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down the one document that is so critical for your success. I'm talking about the project profile. Let's dive right in.
Okay, this is it, the big one. You know, all those classes, all those late-night study sessions, they're all leading up to this, your final project. It's exciting for sure, but where do you even start, right?
Well, before you even think about writing a single line of code, before you design any databases, you need a plan. Seriously, think of your project profile as the architect's blueprint for a huge skyscraper. It's that essential guide that makes sure what you end up building is strong, stable, and, well, exactly what you wanted to build in the first place.
So, what exactly is this thing? Put simply, it's a short document that nails down three huge questions. What are you building? Why are you building it? And how are you going to get it done? This is, without a doubt, your first and most important conversation with your guide and your college. And trust me, getting this right from the get-go, it sets the stage for everything else.
But look, this isn't just about filling out some boring form. Not at all. This document actually has a really important job to do. In fact, it has 4 of them. And understanding why it exists is the secret to writing a really good one.
So, what's its job? Well, first off, it forces you to get crystal clear on your own idea. It makes you prove you're solving a real problem, and it makes you lay out your whole technical plan. But maybe the most important part? It's the tool you use to get your guide excited and to get that official project approval. You can almost think of it as your elevator pitch, your proof of concept, and your official proposal all rolled into one.
Okay, let's start putting this blueprint together. The very first part is all about laying a solid foundation. This is where we establish the core idea of your project and, more importantly, explain why it even needs to exist. Now, these first 3 sections, the title, introduction, and problem statement, they're not just boxes to tick. They work together to tell a story. Your title grabs their attention, the intro gives them the quick and simple overview, and then the problem statement hooks them. It shows them the pain point you're about to solve. Your goal here is to make your guide read it and immediately think, aha, I get the problem, and this sounds like a clever solution. You want to get them nodding along right from the start. And here's a perfect example of how that works. The title is super clear, Online Library Management System. Simple. The intro tells you what it does, manage library activities. Got it. And the problem? It's totally relatable. Manual records cause errors. See? In just a few short lines, we know exactly what the project is and why it's so necessary. All right, next up, we've got to get specific. This is where your objectives and your scope come in. The objectives are basically your project's goals, right? And the scope, that defines the boundaries. This is where you promise what you are going to deliver and, just as important, what you're not going to deliver. And being clear about scope isn't limiting yourself. No, it shows you've got a realistic, achievable plan. It's all about managing expectations. Just look at how clear this is. The objectives are all action words: to automate, to reduce. These are actual, measurable promises. And the scope is just a clean, simple list of what the system will do. This tells your guide that you're not just daydreaming about some huge, impossible project. Nope, you've got a focused, realistic plan. There's zero confusion here. Okay, so we've nailed down the what and the why. Now it's time for the really fun part, the how. This is the technical guts of your profile. It's where you show them you've got the skills and a solid plan to actually, build this thing.
For your tools and technologies, honestly, a simple table is the way to go. It gives a super quick, at-a-glance summary of your entire tech stack. Your guide's going to look at this and instantly see if your choices make sense, are they modern, can they scale, and most importantly, are they the right tools for this specific job.
Next up is your methodology. This is just how you plan to do the work. The key thing here is to show that there's a logical process. You're not just going to jump straight into coding, right? You're showing that you'll follow a proper, structured path, from analyzing the requirements to designing the system, coding, testing, and finally deploying it. This proves you're not just a coder. You're a developer who thinks like a pro.
And to wrap up this technical part, you just need to list out the resources you'll need. Your hardware and software requirements. Listing these out just shows you're thinking ahead. It proves you've considered the practical side of things and that there aren't going to be any nasty surprises later on. All right, we are on the home stretch of our blueprint. We have defined the what, the why, and the how. This last part answers what might be the biggest question of all. So what? I mean, what's the actual impact of your project going to be?
So, these next 2 sections, expected outcome and applications, are all about painting a picture of what success looks like.
The expected outcome is where you describe what the finished project will actually do. And the application section, that's where you show where this thing could be used in the real world. You're proving it has value way beyond just being a college project. And check this out. It's so powerful when you do it right. The outcome here is a direct answer to the problem we talked about at the very beginning. It will efficiently manage operations. See how it closes the loop? It's so satisfying for the person reading it. And then listing the application shows them, hey, this isn't just some abstract idea. It has real-world use. Now that is persuasive.
And finally, we have the conclusion. This is your grand finale, your final summary. It's your last shot to state your project's value clearly and with confidence. You're not just repeating yourself here, you're making one last powerful statement about why your project matters.
And boom, perfect. A conclusion like this just ties everything together in a neat little bow. It reminds the reader of the main benefits, it's efficient, it's user-friendly, it saves time, it's accurate. It leaves them with a really strong, positive feeling about your entire plan.
Okay, so now you have the entire structure. But let's talk about how to actually write it. A few simple tips can take your profile from just good to great. And believe me, it will make your guide's life a whole lot easier.
Think of this as your final checklist for success. First, and this is a big one, use simple English. This isn't about dumbing things down. It's about being clear and confident. Trust me, simple language is way more persuasive than a bunch of confusing jargon. Next, keep your sentences short. Use bullet points whenever you can. Remember, your guide is a busy person, so make it easy for them to scan. And last, but this is absolutely crucial, follow your college's format to the letter. It's the simplest way to show you're a professional who pays attention to detail. Don't get fancy and try to reinvent the wheel. Just build a really solid wheel that's going to get you where you need to be.
And there you have it. See? The project profile isn't some annoying hurdle you have to jump over. It's your launchpad. It's the rock-solid foundation that you're going to use to build something really, really impressive. Your blueprint is officially ready. So now, go build something amazing.